Okay, so we are going to talk about a project today that was for A Best Roofing.
I thought of the pun Shingle Bells for Jingle Bells. It was a Christmas spot that we did. I rewrote the words to Jingle Bells and made it roofing related. This year, we were like, okay, let's do something crazy. Let's make them rap.
Jumping out of the back of the van was really great. That really felt like the complete skateboarding video vibe. And I'm just handheld holding the top handle running
with it. Which is how those were shot.
I know. I'm like, this is it. The only thing that's missing is me on a skateboard.
Founded in 1999 by Jason Burks, Retrospec Films is Oklahoma's largest turnkey production company of its kind. With a full-time team of over 20 talented individuals, a 12,000 square foot studio to create in, and a resume that spans some of the world's largest brands, if you love learning about filmmaking and storytelling, you've come to the right place. On each episode, we discuss the pursuit of creating things and the problems we solve by digging up projects from the last 20 years, giving you a glimpse behind the scenes where the magic happens. You're listening to Retrospec Films from the archives.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us on Retrospec from the Archives. This is our in-house podcast where we dig up projects from the past, dissect them, talk about creative, pre-pro, casting, wardrobe, all that fun stuff, over to production, shooting, cinematography, camera selection, all that fun stuff, and then take it to post-production. So joining me today, we have the Rices.
Woo!
That's us.
I don't know how to say rice plural. I don't think there's a word.
Rices.
I think that was it.
Reese?
Rices.
Just Rices.
Rices.
So we've got Caroline over here, writer, creative development, director, lots of stuff involved with coming up with good ideas and then seeing them all the way to the completion and having a client stare at you and say, I love this.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. And then we've got Joel. Joel, get ready.
Silence.
Get ready.
I'm so ready.
Historically speaking, more post-production, started off mostly social, came over to become a rock star editor. Now we're constantly drafting you into production. Ran lots of cameras, still run lots of cameras. Do lots of editing, still do lots of editing. Recently did some sound guy stuff for us. And I think we can just, I don't want to call you a sound guy because I can't lose your other skills that are more valuable, but sound guy.
Yeah, it's like sound guy is a little bit of a demotion.
It is. So that's why I hold it lightly. The only person that is willing to fly an FPV drone in this building, probably keep it that way.
Yeah. I like to think of myself as execution team.
Yeah, I call you the Renaissance man.
Ooh.
But you can call it execution team too.
Should I get one of those Shakespearean
collars?
neck collar things?
Yes.
They're
I think you should.
and I'll wear really tight tights every day.
As long as you start speaking in a British accent, then yes. Yes.
Well, don't get him started because he loves accents.
I do.
Great.
Sounds wonderful.
That's good. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to talk about a project today that was for A Best Roofing, which we have been doing stuff for A Best Roofing for a very, very long time, which is awesome. I love having clients for a long time because we know the brands forward and backwards, and we've certainly tried good things and seen the wins, probably tried some things that didn't work and figure out how to fix them, which is awesome. So we're going to talk today about a series known as, quote, Shingle Bells.
Shingle bells.
Which is not the same as having shingles.
Right. No, very different.
More
Very
like
so different.
shingles on a roof. Shingle rhymes with jingle. Jingle bells is a very known Christmas song.
I think the most famous Christmas
Most
song.
people know Jingle Bells. Would either one of you like to throw the chorus?
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. That's all we need. And cut. He wanted more. He wanted more.
Okay, that's it. So let's talk a little bit about the beginning of Jingle/Shingle Bells, Caroline. Tell me what the story is, what the drive is. What do we even do for A Best, and why are we coming up with weird Shingle Bell raps?
Yeah. So it all started, we had a group of guys that were willing to just kind of be silly. And I always loved that as a writer. And I thought, okay, I thought of the pun Shingle Bells for Jingle Bells. It was a Christmas spot that we did. We had the guys come and caroling at somebody's, patio. And they sang Shingle Bells instead of Jingle Bells. And it was a hit. Everyone loved it. They thought it was so clever. I rewrote the words to Jingle Bells and made it roofing related. And so then it was we have to do more of these.
Yeah.
And so the challenge was they wanted to do more, but Christmas only happens once a year. So we started kind of writing spots that would kind of tie to Christmas, but it mostly like made the group into this boy band. And so we started to do other songs that weren't Christmas. You know, we did do like a Christmas in July one.
We did like a record label skit.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Where Chris was like the
like
record
signing
exec.
them. Yeah, and so Joel and I pretty much have done all of them together. So it's been a fun little journey. I think we've done like 6 or 7. But we like our tried and true and like the strongest spots in my opinion are the Christmas ones. So we did Up on the Housetop last year. The first year was Shingle Bells, then Up on the Housetop. And then a rooftop, we changed it. And then this year we were like, okay, let's do something crazy. Let's make them rap. And these are roofers. They're not actors. Well, they are now. But, you know, they're not singers. They're not dancers. But we've really, like, molded them into all 3 of those things. And they're kind of awesome now.
They've really
like,
come alive.
They
It's
really
been
have.
really awesome.
And so that's where this idea of doing a rap came from, because I wouldn't have thrown this on just anyone because it was kind of a hard execution. But it was inspired by Justin Bieber's Drummer Boy, because that's a very famous, like, Christmas rap.
Yep.
And I was like, let's do something like that. And so Joel, like, made the track for us. I wrote the lyrics, and the rest is history.
Rum-pa-pa-bum. Up on the roof, cause Santa's gonna come. Making repairs so the chimney stays strong.
A rap well works, so welcome to my song.
Roofing for the best, laying down the shingles. Drop the beat when you hear the bells jingle.
We're so fly we might be reindeer.
Christmas lights are gonna hang right here.
Roofing, grooving, and improving. We're the Roofer Boys, so Merry Christmas!
Tell me a little bit of the... It's a constant, unique challenge for us because we're not an ad agency, but we do turnkey. Like people come, I mean, we have a creative development department. Like we're writing ideas that translate into film every single day, 5 days a week, which I guess makes us kind of similar to ad agency, even though we're just a film production company. But what we are brought, or what's brought to us is companies that say, we have this problem, how can you solve it?
Yeah.
Like, and many times the problem might be kind of boring. Like for instance, I'm not saying that roofing is boring, but maybe it is. Maybe it's like just roofs. Like, right? Like the general public's like, yeah, roofing. Like, yeah, there's lots
Most
of...
of the time, roofing doesn't pertain to most people.
Yes, it's like, okay, I have a roof or I don't have a roof, but I need a roof and it needs to work. You know, before we dive too much into maybe production and execution, I'd love to get your kind of broad opinion on trying to come up with things that are wild and fun that you believe will actually even be successful at telling the story of roofing for A-Best.
Yeah. You know, I think A-Best is a really cool company. They really value putting their culture on display in their marketing. Because, I mean, we could just do customer testimonials all day.
Yep.
We could do drone videos. We could take really beautiful photos of shingles. But, I mean, that gets old pretty fast. And so A-Best has really adopted this idea of, like, let's show off our people. And the fact that their people are willing to, like, be in these stories is unique and is cool. And what I think it shows customers is whenever you have somebody come to your house to consult with you on what materials to use, you know, what insurance claim you might be able to get with your roof, like, this is going to be a fun person that's easy to talk to, that's normal, isn't a weirdo. They're clearly willing to laugh at themselves. So I think that this content that we're making for A-Best, you know, it may seem like silly or unimportant or like it's not communicating the idea of our roofs are the best. But really it is, because it's showing their people and it's showing that they're just really fun, they're creative, they're willing to be silly, and these are people you want to meet. So I think it's kind of brilliant. And that's something that I've personally, like, encouraged them to keep doing because they are seeing so much, like, engagement with these kinds of videos. So it's like, okay, continue to do your customer testimonials, continue to talk about your product and your bread and butter. But if you have people that are willing to go and be little Shingle Bell stars. Why not get their faces out to the public so that they, when that person comes to their house, they're like, oh, you're the rapper guy, and you're gonna pick my asphalt shingles? How cool, you know? So I think it's it's really working out for them the way that we've helped them strategize this content.
I love it. So Joel, tell me your role. So it sounds like in this specific project you helped with the music some. I know both you guys have musical backgrounds, which is awesome. But you know, and you can get into the lensing and all that. I mean, I will say when I saw this one, I was laughing because you know, I grew up in the 90s. I was born in the early 80s. Was I a skateboard kid? Yes, I was.
Oh, yeah.
Did I use a fisheye lens where you could see the black vignetting? Sure did. So I saw this and I was kind of laughing because I was like, did they degrade the quality on purpose to make this look like it was from the 90s? But I'll stop talking. Give me your opinions on this project.
Yeah. Well, it started when Caroline came to me because I don't think I was in the creative meeting on this. And she's like, we're doing Shingle Bells again. I'm like, what is this? Like number 6? Like, how are we still doing these? They love them. And, you know, we can't steal Bieber's music because his record label would...
It might come for you.
Put us in the grave.
Yeah.
And so I basically, like, got on Logic at home and just kind of recreated the drums. And honestly, it's really nice because the part we were doing was basically just drums. Like, there was very little else. So I just kind of, like, put, like, a big, like, drop into it and just boom, 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 boom. And... just kind of rocked that out for a little bit, made it long enough for the verse that Caroline had written, and just we sent it to them so that they could like learn their parts because
and rehearse.
I don't think any one of them could really do maybe some of them could do the whole thing, but if you break it up and give them each like a phrase basically,
right?
Then then you can get them to work it all out. So I think it was like 30 seconds long. I think we sped it up by the end of it, too. Like, we took the whole thing and sped it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
So it felt a little bit more upbeat. But, so I got the track, sent it to them, and then they got familiar with it. And then we showed up on shoot day. We recorded each of them individually, saying their lines, like, on a shotgun mic, just so we'd have their... Because I don't have their audio with the track. So, like... it kind of becomes this thing where you have like the instrumental and then their vocals and then you're mixing it in DaVinci, which is like a whole thing. Thankfully, there's lots of good tools in DaVinci for that. But it became a whole thing of, finishing the song in the video edit. And then from there, I think, like the fisheye lens was like...
That was your idea.
Yeah, that was my idea. Because I was talking to Mark in the camera room because I was getting all the gear and stuff. I was like... do we ever use this? Like, can I take this fisheye lens? He's like, I don't think we've ever used it. And I was like, cool. Like, I'm just going to go for it. And I'm really glad I did because, like, I could see, like, in my head, like, I'm not from the 90s per se. I was born in the 90s.
Yep.
But I know enough to, like, pay homage to it. And so I was like, I'm just going to go for it. I don't know if this is, like, because that's, like, an aggressive choice. Like, you can't undo that later.
That's exactly what I said. When you brought it up, I was like, if we're doing this, we're full out.
Yeah, we're going for it. I'm like, you know what? This is what I want. I'm doing it.
Yeah, and I loved the idea, and the way it turned out, it looks like yes, the 90s style, but also there's like this modern idea of it. It kind of looks like it was shot on a Ring like camera because that's what like video looks like.
Yeah, paired
and so
nicely
it's both
with that,
which I thought was really kind of clever and interesting.
Yeah.
And that was all your idea, and you made it so much better.
Yeah, it was very convenient that it also kind of looked like they were like in the doorbell, right? Like all up in their business and stuff. So that was really good. And then, from there, it was just like finding little isolated B-roll moments to put over them. Like jumping out of the back of the van was really great. That really felt like the complete like skateboarding video vibe. And I'm like, I'm just handheld, like holding the top handle, running with it.
Which is how those were shot.
I know. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, the only thing that's missing is me on a skateboard.
Right.
I think we have some BTS, or I shot some BTS footage of you doing that because it was hysterical. Normally, they don't have those big vans.
Yeah.
And George just happened to bring it that day, and I saw it, and I was like, George, we're totally using your van.
We're piling out of the van.
And he was like, oh, yeah, great. I just cleaned it. I was like, perfect, because we're all getting in there. Let's go.
Yep.
And then I think we had the same thought. I was like, okay, so they're coming out of the van. You're like, yeah, I got it. And then you just went in to do your thing.
Yep.
And, that was such a fun collaboration. Even the, like, getting their vocals, it's so funny because we're in Jana's living room. Jana is part of their marketing team. She lets us use her roof a lot because it's an A-Best roof. It's super pretty.
Yeah.
And like I'm like conducting these guys like to sing rap
On
music
time.
time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like sitting on Jana's like nice pillows, and we have them in the most ridiculous like rapper outfit wear, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
If we had a BTS video of that shoot, it would be really funny.
Yeah.
Because it was just a hodgepodge of crazy. But anyway, sorry I took over, but I had some thoughts as you were saying that.
Yeah, I mean, it came together really nicely in the edit. I think it just felt really natural. And it was one of those edits where, like, you start putting it together, it's like, oh, this is great. This is exactly what I thought. And it just starts to really look. And then you're just, like, playing with, like, VHS effects to really, like, seal the deal and, you know, just dialing it in on that. But I love how it turned out. It was super fun. Every time we get another Shingle Bells like on the docket, I'm like, how are they still like into this? But by the time we're like done doing the project, I'm like, these are so fun.
That's exactly how I feel too.
These are great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Somebody commented on Facebook, just so you know, Jason, whoever came up with this should get a raise. So I think they thought that it was like an A-Best person, and because A-Best responded, they're like, oh, we think so too, or whatever. But anyway, so just so you know.
Okay. Well, the
Just
good news
kidding.
is if either of the people that worked on it get a raise, it helps the same family.
It's true.
that's true.
It's true. Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, you know, this was a funny piece because, and you know, I would say of course, this is kind of irrelevant to this podcast, but all of the episodes and the projects we've covered today are all in this time period of like December through now. And they've all been projects that I think are of equal greatness, which is kind of cool. Some of which I had a lot to do with. But like this one, I didn't have anything to do with whatsoever. But something that I watched, because I watch all the proofs, and I was like laughing and smiling. And I think I probably watched it when it was like done. You know, like I wasn't going to go and inject any input or feedback. And I was just like, this is so freaking great. So I'm glad that we're, you know, got to talk a little bit about it and cover it, because I really do think that it like hit the mark spot on. And I guess, you know, and I am curious, you touched on it, but good feedback.
Yeah,
People
lots
liked
of good
it?
feedback.
Yeah,
I think
they
this
loved
was
it.
one of their favorites.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was kind of a level up in production value, because the other ones have been caroling, which the idea itself has been really clever with the puns
Right.
of the Christmas carols
And
that
the
everyone
outfits.
knows, and the outfits.
Yeah.
But this one had so much more like visual intrigue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we have like precedent with like what it is, we can like just start.
Like we
turning
could
up the
totally
juice.
go like Nickelback in the future.
Yeah.
Or
Every genre must be tackled.
like we could have like some Mumford & Sons with a banjo
Folk.
and rolled jeans and boots. So.
I think it's
like
great.
that.
Yeah, I think it's
like
great.
that.
Well, that's awesome. Well, great job, guys. I'll consider the raise on one
Thank
of you.
you.
We'll figure it out. I'll let you know.
I'm totally kidding. I
Yeah.
just thought that was funny.
That is great. Well, we appreciate you guys joining us on today's episode, and hopefully you enjoyed learning a little bit about Shingle Bells, and there's a bunch of other ones you can go check out too if you just go scroll way back in the A-Best social media history. Also, we've got tons of podcast episodes dissecting projects, probably 60, 70 different episodes now at this point. You can find them on our website at retrospecfilms.com. We appreciate you being here, and we will see you on the next one. See ya. Bye.